Hello everyone, my name is Esther Matu, and today I'll be teaching you how to make plant-based milk from peanuts. I also will be teaching you how to make plant-based yogurt and also butter that can be used to bake and also to maybe as a spread for your bread or a bun or anything else you wish to use it in. We are in Mount Kenya Hub, and this program is facilitated by Quality Life Without Borders in partnership with women funders in animal rights. We have Flash Hand Cosmetics and also Cooperation for All. Thank you. So I'll start with showing you the ingredients I have today for the. So we have the peanuts. Like these peanuts are they're the ones that are found in the markets, normally in the markets. So these ones are soaked for overnight. So you soak them for an overnight. Then after soaking, this is the result. I don't have a sample for the dry one from the market, but they're the same. So after soaking it overnight, this is the product that you're going to have. So for our yogurt, we are going to use a cornstarch. Not cornstarch, we're going to use a specific starch for yogurt and a probiotic or culture. The probiotic, you can get it in the chemist or the outside there. And also for the culture, also you can purchase it out there. So I'll be showing you as we continue. For our butter, we'll be using our coconut oil. This is our coconut oil that is already melted. And then we have our yeast, salt, our turmeric for color. We have canola oil, our vinegar. So you can use any. So I prefer white vinegar compared to the apple cider vinegar. I'll be using white vinegar instead of apple cider vinegar. Yeah, those are the ingredients I need for making our product. So welcome. Thank you. Cut. So we start by preparing our peanut milk by using. So in every 300 grams of peanuts, I'll use 600 mils of water. So I'll start by measuring. So I'm using my weighing scale for accuracy, and this is available there in the market, in the supermarket, or like the shops that sell cooking ingredients or cooking materials. You can find it there. So I'll just use, my hands are clean, so make sure like you wash your hands before you do anything in the kitchen. Yeah. So peanuts, we prefer using our peanuts rather than. For making our yogurt, we prefer using peanut milk because it has better taste compared to soya, and it's also very nutritious, and the milk is thick and has a lot of oil content in it, and has a lot of health benefits in it helps with your skin and also with improving your body in general. So I've measured my 300 grams of peanuts. I'll use my blender, and also I'll measure 600 mils of water. So this is my water. So I measure 600 mils. So ensure that your measuring jar is on a flat surface for accuracy, because when you hold it with your hands, your hands can maybe shaking, and you might measure a little or more. So after that, I'll call my colleague. He'll help me with blending and also squeezing the milk for it.
So hi everyone, I'm Omogo Peter. Welcome at Mount Kenya Hub, ready to cooperate with my colleague. So here we are. This is our blender. It's our first blender. So you will just start on a low speed because they are huge pieces of peanuts. So you start on a low speed. So as they have crushed, so you can adjust your speed to maybe at the medium, then continue. You can blend up to 2 minutes or 1 minute. What we are doing now. that, our milk is ready. Only to sieve it.
So we'll be using our filter bag. So this is what we use, but you can use like the normal thing to, and also a cheesecloth on top for it. But this is what we use here because this is what we prefer because it's very effective and also efficient. So you pour the residues after you blend. You pour it in this bag and squeeze it so that the milk can separate from the other things. As he squeezes, we are going to blend all of this so that all the beans that I have, so that we can make enough milk for our yogurt and also our butter. So the procedure is still the same. Yeah, so the procedure, you just do the same. You squeeze the milk out, and the curds that are going to remain there, you can feed them to your chicken, or if you don't have chicken and you don't have anything else to use with them, you can discard them. Yeah, so this milk is very thick, has a lot of oil content in it, and very healthy and very nutritious. Do you have anything to add?
Yes, in addition maybe to our audience, you can help us to know what we can use with these residues that remain here. You can help us to make something plant-based with them, other than wasting them. That is, you can think about it. So that is our milk. This is our milk. Maybe my colleague can measure for accuracy.
So we're going to measure after using all that 600 mils and 300 grams, we need to know the outcome or what it gives us after we blend all that. So after measuring, we have 750 mils of milk, which we are going to use. So because these are ready, another 300 grams that we are going to blend also to give us 750 mils, so that we shall continue with the same procedure until the milk is ready. Oh, wait. So we have prepared our milk. So this is we have made 2 liters of peanut milk. As you can see, it's ready, very nice and also very thick. So these 2 liters, we are going to use it to make our yogurt. So we have our 2 liters. So for my ratios, I actually use 15 in 1 liter of milk. I use 15 grams of starch and 60 grams of sugar. So because we have 2 liters, I'm going to use 30 grams and also 120 grams of sugar. So this is our starch that we are going to use. It is on a carrier bag, but it's just like the normal starch. So this is the starch that we're going to use, or you can call it but it's actually called the starch that is used to make yogurt. So using my weighing scale, I'm going to measure 30 grams of it. This is used. It's used for thickening the yogurt so that it can be thick. Because you see, like the milk, it's always like not that thick. So we use it to thicken our milk. For the yogurt, you see, like the yogurt is always a thick milk. So this is the one that is used to thicken the milk for it to be yogurt. So I'm going to put it in a sufuria. Make sure you have a source of heat and a sufuria or a pot. You need a thermometer. So we are going to use this thermometer. You need a whisk for whisking the milk and also for whisking it so that it doesn't stick on the sufuria. Then also we need a sugar. So our sugar is on this bag. So that's what we're going to measure. We said that in 1 liter of milk we use 60 grams, but now because we are using 2 liters, I have to measure 120. So these are sugar, we add it there, and then we turn our, make sure like the heat it's safe for you don't burn yourself or other things around there. So you turn your heat on, make sure you mix until the starch and also the sugar, they dissolve in your milk. So if you don't have the starch that I'm using to make yogurt, the normal one that is used to make yogurt, you can use the corn flour that is used to thicken the soup, like the chef used to thicken the soup. I have one, but you make sure when you if you use this corn flour, make sure you add 2 grams more, because it doesn't, they're totally two different. This is more effective compared to this, but this can also be used. If you use corn flour, make sure you add more 2 grams in it for it to be thick. Yeah, to be thick. Yeah, I think that's what. You also have another tapioca flour, but that you can use it as normal. It's blended arrowroot, so you can also use it to thicken your yogurt. So yeah. So you keep whisking. Make sure make sure you measure the temperature. You're supposed to heat your milk up to 90 degrees. And if you don't have a thermometer in your house, make sure you check when the milk starts bubbling. It's like it wants to boil, but it's not boiling around the corners of the sufuria. That's when you know that the milk is 90 degrees. So you put your thermometer there until it is heat up to 90 degrees as you keep on whisking so that the milk doesn't stick on the sufuria or in your pots. Or you can also try, if you have any other method maybe for making your yogurt, you can try it out. It's safe and it's very nutritious or very healthy. If you don't like yogurt that has a lot of sugar, you can reduce it, or you can make a yogurt that doesn't have sugar. I think it's the commonly known as kefir. And then after you make your yogurt without sugar, you can put sugar later. That is after it has fermented, maybe tomorrow or 6 hours after. You can put your sugar into it if you don't like things that have a lot of sugar. Or if you like the natural yogurt, you can omit the sugar and then add just the starch and also the culture or the probiotics that aid in fermenting your yogurt. So after heating, we are supposed, after it boils or after it reaches 90 degrees, you're supposed to let it cool for until it's 45 degrees Celsius. Yeah, that's when you add your culture. So we are going, it's at 75 degrees, so we are going to wait it to heat until it's 90 degrees. So after it's 90 degrees, then we are going to keep it until it cools up to 45 degrees, and that is when we add our culture in it. So we don't add our culture when it's 90 degrees or when it's cold, because the culture is actually a natural bacteria that aids in fermenting. So if you add a lot of heat to it, it denatures, like it can die. And if it's cold or that it has the temperature that it cannot withstand, it will be deactivated, so it cannot work. It won't ferment, your yogurt won't ferment. But around 45 degrees, it's a conducive environment for a bacteria for the yogurt to ferment. So yeah, just a little more. Yeah, so make sure before you make your yogurt, we don't boil the milk, because if you boil the milk, there are some materials that are killed in the milk that aid in for it to come together. Like for it to have that bond or cohesion, like it comes together. But if you boil the milk, the yogurt will separate it will start separating like curding if you boil it first, because there are some things that are killed in it that help them for it to be a bit stronger and also to be thick. But if you boil, it won't come together. So make sure you don't boil your milk before you make your yogurt. So even if any type of milk you're using, make sure you don't boil it. You go direct making the yogurt. So our yogurt is at 90 degrees. So we are going to let it cool for 45 degrees so that we can add the culture. So I'm going to put it away for some time for it to cool, and so that I can, and then as it cools, I'll be teaching you on how to make the batter until